I was actually going through a divorce. And when you're going through a divorce, it's something that's very embarrassing. I'm a preacher's child, so when your pastor, which is my dad, is talking about, you know, marriages will stick together through thick and thin, you pray over it. It was a hard decision, and but I knew it was one that I had to do, not only for myself, but for my children as well. I didn't want my children to grow up in that type of an environment, and I didn't want to continue for myself for that type of environment. So it was just a tough time, and a lady came across and she had inboxed me. That was one of the members of The Real, and she says, oh hey, you know, I want you to come to this event that we're having. It's for single moms, and come at this time at you know, this date. And I inboxed her back, and I said, oh yeah, I'll be there, but I knew I wasn't coming. I take my Saturday very serious, you know. I don't want to be bothered and things to do, okay? That was my time with my kids. What I was going to tell her was I wouldn't be able to find a babysitter, okay? But she told me that, you know, what age are your children? Because we have childcare. I'm like, dang it, dang it, dang it. I told my sister, I said, in about an hour and a half, I need for you to go ahead and call me. And that's my cue of saying, you know, hey, I gotta step out. Got there to the event, and I'm telling my children as we're getting close to the door, now when I come and get you, don't just come on and go. Don't ask questions. We're gonna just go, because it's gonna be like an emergency. So they're looking at me like, okay, you know. Get to the door, and before I can even reach to open the door, it was two ladies that had greeted me with a smile. And it was something about that smile. She takes my children to their class, and they see everything, and they just go straight into class, just excited. And I'm like, okay, you know. Same time, this lady, she's telling me, so grateful to have you here. It's such a blessing you're here. I can't wait till you meet everyone. And the whole time I'm thinking, I am getting out of this mess, because I know what the single stuff is going to be about, and I just do not have time for that, you know. I get in there, I meet with the person that invited me, you know, and she sits me down at the table, and about that time, everybody's kind of introducing themselves. By the time when it was over with, I checked and looked at my phone, and I noticed I had like 4 or 5 missed calls. And I'm like, well, gosh, what did my sister want? Completely forgot that I told her to call, you know. And I told her, I said, oh, damn it, yeah, I forgot. She says, well, I figured you must have been having a good time since, you know, you didn't answer the phone. I said, oh my gosh, I love it. To make a long story short, I learned so much. The number one thing that impressed me the most was that loving yourself. And the other thing I learned was not having sex before marriage. Just because you're dating does not mean you need to give your body, you know, save your body. And that's something that I preach about more than anything. And it's because of that, it's one of the reasons why I'm like, I like this organization, because it wasn't a typical singles mom where these ladies were just complaining about being a single mom. Woe is me, because I'm not a woe is me type of a woman. I'm one of those, I get the job done, whatever I need to do to get the job done. So that's what I liked, and it was so godly. You can just feel it, you know. The tears in Catherine's eyes, the way she poured her heart out, I knew it was real.